certain people who will never drive anything but a fabric-top convertible. It has always been a sportier-looking car, lower, better styled. Despite the occasional inconvenience of the convertible, like leaving the car with the top down and having it suddenly rained on, some convertible owners love more than anything else the airy, light feeling of driving with only a fabric cover above them. A cover that can be whisked away in seconds to leave them free as the open air, or closed in seconds to protect them from the elements. Fabric top lovers there are, and fabric top lovers there will always be. And then there's another type of automobile buyer. Here's a man who's always wanted a convertible. Maybe he even used to own one and remembers it with pleasure. But for one or more of various reasons, perhaps concern for his family, for example, many a man who would like to own a convertible must insist on the solidity and security of a steel-roofed car and resign himself never to enjoy the pleasures of an open automobile. Up to now, the closest such a man could come to his desires was the so-called hardtop convertible, which, of course, is not really a convertible at all. But people have been working on this problem. It has long been the dream of automotive designers to perfect the true hardtop convertible, a car with a steel roof that would retract out of sight, leaving an open-air car. However, design after design has been rejected as impractical. That is, until today. Today, Ford, which led the industry to the V8, to ball-joint suspension, to modern styling, and to many, many other engineering and design advances, once again proves its leadership of the automotive world with the Fairlane 500 Hideaway Hardtop. Here is the car of the future, the car that other manufacturers are still only dreaming about, the car that brings great prestige to Ford and Ford dealers for being first to offer the hardtop design that within 10 years will be almost standard in the industry. Longer, 3 inches longer than the Fairlane 500 Sunliner. Heavier, weighing almost 250 pounds more than its cloth-top counterpart, the Fairlane 500 Hideaway Hardtop is the most beautiful car on the road today. Just look at the flat, streamlined roof that signals another new kind of Ford. Indeed, a new kind of car. Yes, just look at it. Just about 50 seconds, less than a minute to change from a hardtop to an open-air car, the world's first and only true hardtop convertible. That's the Fairlane 500 Hideaway Hardtop. How is this miracle of automotive engineering accomplished? How in the world does it work?
7 small electric motors, permanently sealed and lubricated for their lifetime, provide the power to operate the fully automatic top. A system of limit switches operates the motors in sequence for safe, dependable operation. The top can be raised or lowered with the ignition key in the accessory position or with the engine running. However, the transmission must be in neutral for the sake of safety. Then simply push in and hold the top operating button, and the automatic mechanism takes over completely. Let's watch the top move up into place. First, the deck lid rises. When fully open, the lid hits a limit switch, which starts the top-raising motors. The top moves up and forward. As it does so, a system of levers pulls the front roof section gradually into position. Finally, the entire top drops down and is electrically locked in place by the electric top-locking motor. Now, the package tray is folded under for storage. When folded completely, it hits a limit switch which starts the deck-lowering motors. When the deck is completely lowered, it, too, is electrically locked into position by another locking motor. Amazingly enough, the entire top mechanism is so perfectly counterbalanced that the top can be raised or lowered and locked by the 7 small motors using no more current than a cloth-top convertible. And all motors, remember, are permanently sealed and lubricated for their lifetime. To provide maximum space for the top and the rear deck, the spare tire is under a floor plate where it can be easily reached on those rare occasions when it is needed.
How about luggage? Where does that go?
There's room for plenty of luggage in the rear deck, more even than in the Sunliner convertible. And to reach it, simply hold the operating button in the raise position until the deck lid is fully opened. Release the button, the mechanism stops, and your luggage is at your fingertips. Luggage space is, of course, limited when the top is down, but people rarely take long trips in an open car. When you've removed the luggage you need, simply press the button the other way to lower, and the deck lid moves back into place, securely locked. Notice, too, that fueling of the Hideaway hardtop is accomplished through an access door in the left rear fender. And that about finishes up the major styling and engineering differences between the new Hideaway hardtops and other Fairlane 500s.
The new Fairlane 500 Hideaway hardtop. A beautiful new kind of car. A major contribution to automotive design that you would expect from Ford, the leader of the industry. Here is a car that will join America's favorite convertible in offering the wonderful pleasures of open-air driving to the public. All the strength, solidity, and security of a steel top, plus a truly remarkable engineering accomplishment to achieve the world's first and only Hideaway hardtop. It's the car of the future, and once again, the industry will have to follow the leader, Ford.
Good evening. You know, a few weeks ago, Ford asked me to introduce for the first time on television their newest Ford, the car that was the outstanding hit of the recent New York Auto Show. I consider it a privilege. But before I even had a chance to see the car myself... Hello?
Hello?
Oh, hi, honey.
Guess where I am?
The North Pole?
I'm at the Ford dealers having a sneak preview, and I've just seen the most fascinating car in the world.
Yeah, I know. The 57 Ford is a beautiful car, especially the convertible. Which one are you looking at?
The newest Ford of them all, the retractable hardtop.
The what kind of hardtop?
Retractable. Believe it or not, it has a steel top, and when you pull a little button, it automatically disappears into the trunk.
What disappears into the trunk? The button?
No, silly, the top. The roof. There's a salesman demonstrating it now. Watch. All he does is pull a button. And look, it's magic.
What's magic?
The deck lid is going up.
The what?
The roof is folding up.
The roof is falling up.
The whatchamacallit is making like a jackknife.
Lucy, come home. You're delirious.
The whole car is turning itself inside out.
Now, look, honey, get a hold of yourself.
The trunk just swallowed the roof.
Lucy, please. Lucy, now get hold of yourself. Lay down, honey. Don't move. I'll be right over there.
Now it's an open convertible. Hello? Hello? Come back. I want you to see it go up.
It's the world's most exciting car, the new Ford retractable hardtop. Another first from Ford. Ford, first again with the world's only retractable hardtop. And the Ford dealers of your community present the I Love Lucy Show. Starring Lucille Ball and Bessie Arnett. Well, this is it, sir. The newest Ford of them all, the retractable hardtop.
What do you mean retractable hardtop? It's an open convertible, isn't it?
The top is inside the trunk, sir.
Oh, you mean a steel top?
Exactly, a steel top. Why don't you get in and raise the top yourself?
Yeah,
I'll do it, dear. You just stand and watch.
honey, I'm the man in the family. Let me do it.
You don't have to be a man to do it. Anyone can do it.
Lucy, honey, look, you know how to take ice cubes out of a refrigerator, but it's an automobile. It's a complicated machinery. Women just don't understand it. Hey, Lucy, put on the brakes. The trunk is open.
Just be calm, dear.
It's all right, sir. You see, it's all automatic. When you press the roof control, the rear deck lid sweeps up. The roof rises out of the trunk, swings up. Watch it now. And finally, set screws automatically lock the roof to the windshield. There. From an open convertible with room inside for a weekend's worth of luggage to a hardtop, all in a matter of seconds.
Oye, caramba, te quiero comprar el coche. ¿Cuánto dinero tú quieres? Ahora mismo, el dinero que tú quieras.
What did he say?
I don't know, but I think the gleam in his eye means you're getting through to him.
Isn't it wonderful, honey? Hey, I like to put the top down, may I?
Of course.
Move over, honey. It's my turn now.
All right, all right. Some men are just like little boys when it comes to a new Ford.
Yeah, well, I know, but move over. Let me do it.
You've just witnessed the happiest revolution in motoring pleasure that ever took place. A revolution made possible by Ford's advanced engineering. Again, Ford goes first with the world's most exciting automobile.
And now you're going to have another look at the car they all said couldn't be built until Ford built it. Here it is. The new Ford Skyliner, the world's only hideaway hardtop. Now, you may think you're looking at a longer, redesigned Ford Victoria. But what you're really seeing is an engineering miracle, the kind that can only come from Ford. And if you think the word miracle is an exaggeration, you just watch. Would you do the honors, please? All you do is pull the control button, and the magic starts. First, the Skyliner's longer deck lid opens up wide. Next, the all-steel roof unlocks itself and swings up. The forward panel here folds under, and the top continues to move back, and then down. All of this sort of makes you wonder what those masterminds at Ford Engineering are going to think up next, doesn't it? The top vanishes completely into the trunk. The deck lid closes down over it, and finally, automatic screws lock it tight into place. Well, you saw it. From a steel hardtop to a wide-open convertible in less than a minute. Was I right in calling this car an engineering miracle? I say it is. It's the car of the future, just as sure as its name is Ford. Will you raise the top for the folks, please, ma'am? You know, the amazing Ford Skyliner is really a revolutionary car. And this is important to you, no matter which one of Ford's 21 exciting new models you might choose. Because the Skyliner demonstrates the kind of advanced engineering, exhaustive testing, and downright extra value that goes into every part
and every feature of every Ford. Remember this, from Custom to Fairlane 500, from Thunderbird to station wagon, every Ford model is just as outstanding in its own field as this newest new kind of Ford, the Ford Skyliner. So if you want to own the leader in power and performance, in styling and stamina, in sheer glamour and newness, in everything that adds up to value, then you want a Ford.
Good evening. Tonight you're going to see a demonstration of an amazing new car. A car that all the world wanted and only the engineers here at Ford could build. The scenes you're about to see could happen on any street in America. The street we've selected is named Mulberry.
Most days, Mulberry Street is pretty quiet. But you should have seen all the excitement the day Bob Jordan sprung his big surprise on the neighborhood. Nobody had ever seen anything quite like this newest, new kind of Ford, the Skyliner, the world's only hideaway hardtop. Naturally, everyone wanted to see how it worked, and just as naturally, Bob wanted to show them. He pulled the control lever, and the magic started. First, the rear deck lid swung up. Next, the all-steel top automatically began to rise. Then the forward panel folded under. The top continued to move back and down and finally descended smoothly into the trunk. You saw it happen, from an all-steel hardtop to a wide-open convertible in less than a minute. But do you think this crowd was satisfied?
Hey, do it again, Bob.
Please put the top back up.
And Bob obliged. He knows that the mechanism that operates this retractable top will take all the hard use he can give it, which means he can show it off to his friends all he likes. Ford engineers have tested this car by putting the top up and down thousands of times, the equivalent of 10 years of normal use without a mechanical failure. This steel top is plenty rugged, too, and weather-tight. There, the last step. Set screws lock the roof and deck lid down securely, and it's a snug and beautiful hardtop again. This is another example of Ford's advanced engineering, another Ford first. Ask your Ford dealer about the new Ford Skyliner, the world's only hideaway hardtop.
Well, I'm sure you'll agree. The Ford Skyliner is a revolutionary car. And this is important to you no matter which one of Ford's 21 exciting new models you might choose. It's important because the Skyliner represents the kind of advanced engineering, exhaustive testing, and downright extra value that goes into every part and every feature of every new Ford. All of which means that whichever body style best suits your needs, when you get a Ford, you're getting a truly fine car at half the fine car price.
Record numbers throng into the Coliseum for the 42nd National Automobile Show. It's being held in New York for the first time in 16 years. And as if to make up for lost years, the show is staged on a lavish scale. Power aplenty is represented here. Mighty new engines and power accessories galore on the 124 makes and models displayed. Styling verges on the spectacular, from air scoop grills to the dramatically sweeping tail fins that dominate most of the 57 models. The cars are longer and lower than ever this year, too, thanks in part to the smaller 14-inch wheels. Most of the 51 million passenger cars in use today seem drab and boxy, stacked up against these newest dreamboats. High in the dreamboat class, this one has everything for the busy executive. Makes work worthwhile. There's a trend to the sporty and more colorful. Detroit's designing geniuses keep pace with a nation that's taking more and more to the road. One of the year's innovations, the hardtop convertible. Just push a handy little button and the solid roof folds back out of the way. See it and believe it. And there is room for luggage, too. Industry leader L.L. Colbert hails the future.
Based on all the information we have today, 1957 will be a banner year for the nation's economy and for the automobile industry in particular.
A dazzling glimpse of tomorrow.
Ford, and only Ford, offers you so much for so little. For example,
Only Ford offers 21 models to choose from, including this Ford Skyliner, the world's only hideaway hardtop.
Only Ford in its field has double seal brakes to keep water and dirt out of the brake system.
Only Ford in its field has a hood that's hinged at the front. Makes it almost impossible to fly open while you're driving.
Only Ford in its field offers a truly modern short-stroke six for best all-around performance. And only Ford offers Thunderbird V8 power and a choice of 5 great V8 engines.
Only Ford in its field offers 2 different body sizes.
Only Ford in its field has an automatic transmission that automatically does so many different things. Only Ford in its field gives you such big tail lights for extra safety.
Only Ford in its field has a 2-position door check. 1, 2, for greater convenience.
And only Ford costs so little. It's the lowest price of the low-priced 3.
Ford, and only Ford, offers you so much for so little. See the new kind of Ford at your Ford dealers.
Now, the Ernie Ford Players present Miracle on Main Street. Starring, well, you know what kind of a car this is, because there's not another like it in the world. This is the fabulous Ford Skyliner in person. You know, I own a Skyliner just like this one, and I've probably put the top up and down 100 times, but still, every time I push the button that starts all this going, I get as excited as a kid with a brand new toy. By now, I guess everybody knows what the Skyliner does, how it changes from a steel hardtop to a wide-open convertible and back again just by touching a button. Now, hold her just right there. Look at all the luggage the Skyliner can swallow up. Even with the top down, you can carry all the luggage you'll need on your next trip away from home. Okay, lower away. You know, the Skyliner is really 2 fine cars in one, and you can choose the one you want as often as you want. The top mechanism is designed like an expensive watch, and Ford's engineers have tested it thousands of times without mechanical failure. And, of course, like every Ford, it has safety glass in every window. Now, here's a surprise. The Skyliner is priced lower than most medium-priced soft-top convertibles. Miracle on Main Street? Oh, it sure is. But miracles are a habit with Ford, where it's a tradition to be first with the newest and the finest. Now, with the operation completed, notice that sleek sweep of the rear deck. There's no boot there. In fact, no sign of a top at all. Visit your Ford dealer soon and try out the world's only retractable hardtop, the Ford Skyliner.
This is Inverness Club, last year the scene of golf's #1 event, the National Open. And just a chip shot away sit 3 National Open champions from Ford, the only complete line of convertibles in America, featuring this newest first from Ford, the 4-passenger Ford Thunderbird convertible. Watch, the rear deck lid has opened up.
the power control top rises, then disappears out of sight into the exclusive hideaway compartment. The rear deck lid hides it completely, and you have one flowing line of pure Thunderbird beauty. Here's a car that gives 4 people all the individual room and comfort of a much larger, costlier car, plus glamour and dazzling performance that's all Thunderbird, all the way. There's never been any convertible, at any price, anything like this new 4-passenger Ford Thunderbird convertible. Now, let's close in on America's all-time favorite convertible, the Ford Sunliner. It has the only convertible top in its field with double-stitched main seams attached to the roof supports so it won't billow up in the wind. You just can't get more convertible for less money than the Ford Sunliner, America's lowest-priced convertible. But say, what could be more convertible than the beautiful Ford Skyliner, the world's only retractable hardtop? It's literally 2 fine cars in one, and you can have your choice at the touch of a button. Best of all, the Skyliner is priced lower than most medium-priced soft-top convertibles. Pick your own kind of wide-open fun from Ford's 3 National Open champions. See the only complete line of convertibles in America at your Ford dealers.
The accent is on action here at fabulous Sun Valley, Idaho, where life is lived on the upbeat and the offbeat. From mountainside to poolside, variety spices every hour of every day. But although each person here picks his own brand of thrills, they all share the excitement of living the same kind of life. You'll find that same feeling among many Ford owners, too. That's because no matter which of Ford's 20 models suits you, you'll experience the same thrills that are shared by all Ford owners. His Ford is the brand new 4-passenger Thunderbird, truly the car for the connoisseur. And the privilege of commanding Thunderbird power is one extended to every member of the fraternity of Ford owners. This sleek Ford Fairlane Town sedan not only has the same let's-get-going look that distinguishes the Thunderbird, its all-new V8 engine has Thunderbird Go built in. Here's a favorite among those who like to be first with the newest, the Ford Skyliner, the world's only retractable hardtop. Its magic is the exclusive product of Ford's creative engineering. And the same kind of imagination and know-how goes into the design and building of every new Ford. That's why Ford is able to offer so much car at such a low price. For example, Ford station wagons with all their exclusive advanced features are the lowest priced of the low-priced breed. No wonder they outsell any other station wagon in the world. And only Ford know-how could produce a car like the beautiful Custom 300 with 2-door and 4-door models priced below any other models of the low-priced breed. Here at Sun Valley and wherever you find people who set the pace, Ford leads the way. In styling, in performance, in value, in popularity, Ford goes first.
And now, in the most beautiful wedding of the year, the classic elegance of the 59 Thunderbird joins with the world's most beautifully proportioned car to create the newest, most luxurious, most exciting of the 59 Fords, the Ford Galaxy.
The glamorous new Ford Galaxy is married to the elegant Thunderbird.
Here in the car that's making its very first appearance this week is the most perfect match yet of the Thunderbird silhouette, the most modern and most wanted new look-in cars today. The Galaxy's smart, straight-line roof and distinctive new rear window say Thunderbird unmistakably, just as its clean, crisp, low-swept body lines say beautiful proportions. The Galaxy is as wonderfully all-the-way Thunderbird as a low-priced Ford can be. It's elegantly new, right up to its sparkling Fashion Star grille. This model is the Galaxy Town Victoria. And now, let's look over the other members of the wedding. Here's the new Galaxy Skyliner,
the world's only retractable hardtop. At the touch of a button, you can change it from an all-steel hardtop to a breezy convertible. Joining it is the new Galaxy Sunliner. Wide open, wonderful, and more fun than ever, its sleek styling was inspired by the Thunderbird convertible, the ultimate in convertible luxury. Incidentally, you're looking at the only complete line of convertibles in America, from Ford. In all, there are 6 Galaxy body styles to choose from, including the 2-door Club sedan and the 4-door Galaxy Town sedan. But this reception won't be complete without you. So drop into your Ford dealers this week and see in person the car that's married in style to the Thunderbird, the new Ford Galaxy, newest, most luxurious, most exciting of the 59 Fords, the world's most beautifully proportioned cars. Neiman Marcus, Dallas. J.L. Hudson, Detroit. I. Magnin, Los Angeles. Harsfeld, Kansas City. Bergdorf Goodman, New York. Together with other leading stores throughout the country, join this month with Harper's Bazaar to present the new Galaxy of Fashion. Here you'll see the very newest colors and silhouettes from the collection of designer David Crystal. Fashions inspired by 1959's brightest personality in cars, the Galaxy by Ford, the glamour car of the year. Instantly, instinctively, you know the same men who created the Thunderbird must have created the Galaxy. Here is a car you can identify immediately by the distinctive elegance of the rear window, the straight modern line of the roof, the clean classic profile. Here is the most wanted new look in cars today. And inside, you'll find the most beautiful, most luxurious interior you've ever seen in a low-priced car. Notice the dramatic new design of the door panel with its built-in bolster armrest, the high-fashion styling of the seats with specially quilted and pleated fabrics, the sweep of the new safety-curved instrument panel with another Ford exclusive, the convenience of individually lighted controls. This model is the Galaxy Club Victoria, one of 6 models in this all-new line of 59 Fords, which also includes the Galaxy Skyliner, the Galaxy Sunliner, and 2- and 4-door sedans. See the new Galaxy of Fashion at leading stores all during January, and be sure to visit your Ford dealers and see the glamour car of the year, the Galaxy, newest, most exciting of the 59 Fords, the world's most beautifully proportioned cars.
Hi. It's a great day to be outside, isn't it? You know, that's one of the things I like about working in a Western. It keeps me out in the open. Well, I feel the same way about a car, too. That's why I drive a convertible. There it is, the Ford Sunliner. Go ahead. Take a closer look at it. The Sunliner is the world's all-time favorite convertible. And it's sure easy to see why. It's got the clean, sleek lines of a real thoroughbred. And it's got a lot of luxury features that you wouldn't expect to find in a low-priced car, like this thick door-to-door carpeting. The top is made of a tough, fade-resistant material, and the seams are double-stitched and double-sealed to make it extra weather-tight. That's something you won't find in other low-priced convertibles. But this Sunliner is only one of 3 different Ford convertibles. Over there's another, the Ford Skyliner, the world's only retractable hardtop. Now here comes a convertible everyone would love to own, the Thunderbird convertible. Why don't you stop by your Ford dealers and look over the only complete line of convertibles in America, the 59 Ford convertibles. I'll tell you this, they're my kind of cars.